Janine Pommy Vega, Jack Michelin, Bukowski, and Andy might have been on there. I don't know. We had a gang of them, and George wasn't trying to make any money. He was just trying to get a record company to do them, you know, for posterity.
So was George into George?
And they didn't want to talk to you. George was into these people. George was always on the avant-garde. And he doesn't accept anything as dogma. He just makes his own dogma up, as I do. I mean, man, I don't care what other people have to say. And that's why these people were decent, because they were just saying how it was. And that's why they've endured. And that's why it's Saturday. You'll hear stuff that's timeless, really, because the basic truth is still a basic truth. And I'm going to see if I can get over there and hear these folks, because they were really, really great. And the thing about collecting books, well, it's like collecting anything you're never done. So that's how I don't start collecting, because you're never, ever going to be done. You'll croak and you'll still be up. I just had that one poetry book. Get out of here. It ain't going to work. I like the books. I read them. I let them hang around if they hang around. Some of them get lost, but what are you going to do? On the Edge, that dream blew me away, man. I like reality. Now, let me tell you something about The Edge. I spent my whole life on The Edge, so this dude didn't bother me.
You're the only one I know that The Edge is afraid of.
The Edge, I'm cool with The Edge, man. And this guy comes, and he comes in a pickup truck, so I know right away we're not looking at mansions in the Hamptons. He's driving a pickup truck. We're going places where things might be happening. He takes it to the edge all the time. Who cares, man? You notice that my wife's sitting in the middle. She ain't saying nothing because she used to drive with me in my drinking days. And I ain't going to shake her up, man.
Yeah, that's another dream.
She's cool with the trip. And when we get there and Jerry says, whoa, like that, it's his truck. What am I going to get worried about, man? It's his truck. So drive on. And then we had Susan and Jeremy make real good sense out of it, you know, as opposed to what I do. That's why I leave the dreaming stuff to life is but a dream and we can make it. Oh, yeah. But anyway, let me go back to the front where my friend Joe kicked things off with the Supremes, man. And I love it because that was the big story of the week, this guy doing a flipperino on him. And he might be looking for a legacy, you know?
You know, Patrick, we did not mention last week or this week that you probably know this, that the Supremes weighed in again on the famous Carlin ruling.
Oh, yeah?
Just last week, and they basically decided not to change it. They basically decided they're not going to revisit it.
I'm so happy, man, because I want that stuff in there. I dig them censoring like that because it shows me where you're at, man. Like a snake, I can see your colors if you're one of them. But if you're just in there sliding like camouflage, then I don't know where you're at. So if you're offended by 7 words, man, then I know you're basically a very narrow. As my Uncle Frank used to say, he's so narrow that his ears meet. So there you go, man. And viva censorship. Viva censorship. Because I got whole things I talk about, the ridiculousness of it, you know. F-bombs and I did the F-bomb. They had a place that was they were gonna, I don't even want to think about it. It cost me $7 grand. They were charging like $25 a swear word. Huh. You know what I mean? And I had a kid stop me one time and he said, Patrick, you just said F the, you know, 70 times, you know, in like 4 minutes. I said, oh yeah, there you go. It's an adjective, it's an adverb, it's a verb, it's a noun, it's everything. It's a handy word. And tweeting, how about wishing the people get colon cancer? Whoa, what a Christ-like dude. I wonder if he can walk on water, man. And then just remember this. They're worried about stuff being good for the poor people. If you're rich, I don't think I have to tell you much, because if you're rich, you're pretty wily. If you know, you might not be, and you could be a real good person and inherit stuff like that Pillsbury dude. You can't give the bread away quick enough to causes and things. So the money is not the thing. It's the avarice. And it's the desire to get the bread. I think that's what Jesus was unhappy about. But anyway, on that money thing, if it's good for the poor, it's automatically good for the rich, man. Give me a break, because the poor will take that bread and run down to the store and spend it all, and it'll trickle up to the, you know, it doesn't trickle up, it flows up to the rich. There you go, man.
So this is the Patrick Carlin trickle-down flow-up theory.
Yeah, it trickles down slowly but flows up like oil coming out of a well. So keep taking care of the poor, you rich people. Victoria, you knocked me out. I'm sorry for the dude who feels that, you know, without having heroin running through his veins, that he has lost his talent. If he is, as most people and poets are, someone somewhere, I hope he understands that he can just look at it through a different facet. That's all he has to do. And the gravel in the dream, I felt good about the gravel in the dream because that's where diamonds come from, man. So that's not a bummer. Get down there, all you got to find is one big size hunk of gravel, polish that baby up and sell it to someone in the Liz Taylor Brigade or the Kim Kardashians and things, and he can pay for the whole farm that he's at. And it will be nondescript.
Patrick Carlin, you have a book that's going to be coming out soon.
Ah, yes, Quien Blanking Sabe. Notice the self-censorship?
Yep.
Notice the self-censorship? Yes, and I answer many questions in there.
What are
And-
some of the questions because we're going to be talking about the book in the next months to come.
Oh, all right.
What are some of the questions you'll be answering?
Well, I have some questions on the back of the book, you know, like a teaser to make you want to go in there. And one of the questions would be the difference between a sultry day and a balmy day, according to Mr. Romance, my relationships
I
editor.
think the book is worth it just to have the answer to that question.
Yes,
alone.
and which day Mr. R prefers, a sultry day or a balmy day.
I can't wait to find out.
I know.
Patrick Carlin, our favorite street philosopher, thanks to our co-host emeritus who
Yeah.
really got the energy flowing well for us this